Welcome back here at Ringrose Park. The Sharks leading by 20 points to 10 at the break. We now recap the first half highlights and the Magpies through Manu Kafoa, Peter, getting try number 1.
Yeah, that again through Daniel Mortimer and the good work. Timmy Smith here, great pass selection there on Tafalo to score the first try for the Cronulla side. Once again down the short side, this time Kosi Lele on Tafalo, who's found another hole. And the third try for the Cronulla Sharks again, Kosi Lele through the hands of Ryan Tongia, and great line there from Dean Collis. At this stage, it's all Cronulla. Certainly in this part of the game, they were dominating. Again, from midway through towards the end of the second half here, and you see Ryan Tongia, a big hand again after Broderick Wright has found some space back on the left-hand side of the park for the Cronulla side. With Telly there off to the winger Perkins to score their 4th try of the half. Daniel Mortimer started to dominate again late in this half, and you can see him going here to the line with speed. Little double pump there and the big Pellet-Talese over the line. Look, Mortimer really needs to take a dominant role in this second half, but I just think the pack from Wentworthville need to take a leaf out of Cronulla's pack book and Cronulla's pack's book and go forward, play more direct.
Yeah, they need to try and take some ownership of the game. They were out-muscled in the first 40. Here's Pellet-Talese. That's the way to do it. Good run. Now Armit. Hard and straight, so it looks like Brett Cook's given his side a rev up at half-time. We'll go to Drury in a moment to find out exactly what the coach has said. Justin Horrow. This has been a good set, good running by Wentworthville at the commencement of the second half. Now Rennie Matua exploding onto it, looked inside to Tom Humble, took it. Gee, they've come all the way. They've come 70 metres in this set thus far. Kick over the top by Mortimer. It's just a little long. Tongia was there and was watchful. So as the Sharks come back to the 20, let's go down to our sideline commentator, Drury Forbes.
Yeah, we'll start with the Cronulla Sharks. Tony Herman is doing a fantastic job with the Sharks this year. He said he's in a good mood, everything's going okay. He wants them to muscle up, especially going into the wind in this second half. And he said that they've got to be on song for 40 minutes. Do not drop your heads. He stressed that. As for Wentworthville, very interesting. Coach Brett Cook, he focused on field position. He wants them to be patient, a good kick chase, make them work hard going into the win. And a couple of interesting things happened at halftime in the Wentworthville Sheds. Carl Webb and Justin Horrow both stood up, I've been told, and started getting really vocal and really stuck into this Wentworthville side. So Carl Webb and Justin Horrow getting stuck in and reaching out to the players and look, you know, running with the breeze at home. It's now or never for the Magpies.
So Vega tackled, meanwhile, for Cronulla. Thanks, Drury. So the Sharks, again, another outstanding attacking opportunity for them. On the Wentworthville 30-metre line. So what way will the Sharks go? Open side, here's Smith. Calls his man inside, that man Broderick Wright. Hard and straight, met by Pellet-Talese and Mitchell. Looking for a quick play of the ball, found it. From Hawkins to Smith, and 5 metres out from the line, the Sharks will play it on the final tackle. Another chance for them. Oh, Broderick Wright, I thought he was going to stroll across, lost possession of the footy, and subsequently the Magpies turned defence into attack through Uasale.
Yeah, that was a try gone begging there. I think if Broderick Wright had have caught that football, he was into a hole and straight under the posts.
Now Rennie Matua taking them on, trying to play himself back into match fitness after a long break from the game. This is just his second match back after 2 years on the sidelines. Humble. I guess Rennie playing about half an hour of game time last weekend against the Jets. Here's Horrow into open pasture, a dummy. He's got support in the shape of Savage. Oh, he should have given it. That is a bomb try, but they still might score anyway. They do. Mortimer out to Uasale, and Wentworthville first to score in the second half. 20 points to 14, kick to come. I thought Justin Horrow had wrecked it for them.
Yeah, with the amount of football that Justin Horrow's had in the NRL, I would have expected this of him in this part of the game. Great break from him. He did take a wrong option, I believe, once or twice in that tackle, but good work here from Mortimer. Very selective pass again. Cronulla just couldn't regroup in that defensive break after the Horrow break in attack, and a good try to the Wentworthville side.
Aaron Fluke, difficult assignment. couple of metres in from the western touchline. A player that has made the transition from Bundaberg Red Cup Rugby League, where of course Wentworthville also fields a side. And Fluke with it all to do here. He's got a strong breeze coming right to left, and that's reflected by the fact that hooked back and eventually misses. But the scoreline looking a lot better for Magpies fans now. 20 points to 14.
Stay on side.
And here's Drury.
Yeah, great break from Justin Horro. He probably should have passed it, but a great run nonetheless. And look, you talk about the importance of the 10 minutes leading up to half-time, the 10 minutes after half-time. Well, Wentworthville have scored on both occasions now and put themselves right back in this football match.
Matt Ryan. Put down by Johnny Manor. Mitchell. Dummy to Pelletolisi, went with Fluke. Ball to Ahmed. Question mark on that pass, I thought. But Ahmed is nonetheless tackled by Jake Hawkins, I think it was. No, it wasn't Hawkins, it was Tyrone Vega. And Vega involved in the next tackle with Johnny Manor. Pelletolisi plays it back to Mitchell. Here's Mortimer, again his willingness to go forward. Away to Rennie Matua. And Matua tackled by Timmy Smith and also Dean Collis. He's looking good, Matua. Also willingness to get involved in the game. Grubbing kick through to Ryan Tongia. Let's see how he goes here as he faces a wall of black and white jumpers. He's driven back by Mitchell and Troy Savage, and that's good aggressive defence by the Maggies. Penalty. Mark not facing square, so the Sharks needing that. Pressure comes off a bit, piggyback rather downtown, off the back of that penalty.
Yeah, they're grey, aren't they, those areas? You're probably right, he did jump a little bit there, the number 3 and Troy Savage, but I thought also Ryan Tonga got up and perhaps stepped across the mark a little bit as well.
21.
A restarted play for the Sharks.
Now move.
They'd be a little shocked. Wentworthville coming back strongly at the moment. Here's Manor tackled on his own 30-metre line.
Hold on the 10. Hold. Go.
Hawkins goes down the short side with Jared Farlow. Farlow was a pretty handy pickup for the Sharks, wasn't he? Early in the season. Defecting from Balmain Right Eastwood.
You know, that's a lot to do with Darren Mooney, the footy manager, acting CEO at the Sharks. He's got a great, he had a great knowledge of the Tigers players because he was there as welfare manager for a number of years, and some really good pickups that he's actually made through the Tigers.
Yeah, here's Tongia across the top, and he plays for himself, gets it back again. Well done, the Sharks fullback. And it wasn't played out according to the referee, so that's a changeover of possession.
Boys, just relax, give him the ball. And I'm going to have to ask you to
Referee Chris Sutton. Another look with Tongia.
Roderick right up there for me.
Chip and chase.
Yeah, good call there from the referee too. Well called. Tongia just kept that on his fingertips. Mitchell pulled his hand away at the last moment so that made sure he didn't touch that football.
I think Sutton's had a good game. He's the referee.
The games we've watched him this year, he's been tremendous, to be honest.
Rennie Matua charging downfield. Smith the tackler. Back to Mitchell. Armit. Dummied to Justin Horro.
I'll tell you what it does do, though, too, David. The standard of players in these games is making it easier for him to referee as well. They know what to expect, and I think it's great that referees in this New South Wales Cup are getting teams with as much NRL experience in them to referee as well.
Okay, here's Horro back towards the centre. That was a nice tackle down low by Jake Hawkins, who's been a tackling machine in this game. Kick through towards the eastern touchline. Tongia got there for the Sharks. Oh, no! It's gone wrong. Mitchell's going to score for Wentworthville. Well, Tongia, he threw the ball infield. I think it was to Perkins, who basically, I don't think was watching.
I think he slipped over. If you have a good look at it, I'm not sure. I caught it out the side of my eye. He's done something here. He's either turned his head away. The kick here from Mitchell, onside chase. Great little kick there on the last tackle. Put everybody back on warning. There's a good chase forward for it. You see coming through here.
It's Perkins.
It's Perkins.
He was watching.
Just watch. He did. He slipped over. He's just caught his foot in the grass and has slipped over. And Anthony Mitchell Johnny on the spot, followed his own kick through, and just unfortunate there. That's just bad luck.
Well, my apologies to Daniel Perkins. I inadvertently said he wasn't watching. He was, but he slipped. Took himself out of the game. Well, what about the change in this match? Wentworthville now 3 tries unanswered. And the kick is a sitter from right in front. It will be 20 all. 10 minutes into the second half. Here's Drury.
Great work from Anthony Mitchell there. That's a reward for persistence. If you've been watching, he's always the first one backing up, always the first one following through. And as they say, you create your own luck. Great work from Anthony Mitchell there to score the try. And 20 all with the breeze.
And raining here now in Sydney's West.
Here's the 10. Hold.
Wentworthville, Ringrose Park. Oh, I guess it's 6 or 7 kilometres west of Parramatta. Here's Pelletolisi going forward. And referee gives the Magpies a penalty for inside the 10.
Wait, no, Aaron. I'll get out of the road, mate.
And Fluke will undoubtedly kick for touch on the eastern side. That happens. So we're tied up at 20 all. Half an hour remaining in the game. So yet again, we're looking down the barrel of a grandstand finish. We've had some terrific television matches in recent weeks that have gone down to the wire. From Leichhardt Oval and Henson Park. Perhaps another one today from Ringrose.
Well, I can't believe the changes come over this game. Well, it's probably like 10 minutes this half, 2 minutes of the first half, 12 minutes.
They've had all the footy recently, and they're making it stick. Mortimer. This is one of the major reasons they're back in the game. The little number 7 making a great contribution to Wentworthville today. Now Mitchell. You'll see Mitchell start to run a bit more in this game now. Armour to Mortimer, back to Horrow. Horrow looking for someone to hit the ball at pace. No one did. Ryan has it now. And Ryan tackled by Troy Thompson. Still a good chance for Wentworthville. Here's Fluke inside to Humble. And that was read beautifully by Thompson. Makes his second tackle in succession. Will Mitchell go himself or look for someone? He goes with Mortimer. That passes forward to Armour and way too hard. So that was a wasted opportunity.
Change over.
On tackle 5.
You can see here Daniel Mortimer. I know what he wanted. He wanted to call that first. Yeah, it was just way too hard. I think it might have hit Nathan Armour in the chin there too. He's just rubbing his mouth now. But the idea was right. Execution poor.
Only blemish on Mortimer's game so far today. He's been terrific. Latelli, meanwhile, is tackled for the Sharks. Horrow and Ryan combine in defence. Now Ryan Tongia, the Sharks custodian, goes for a run. Confronted by Fluke, the ball comes out. Chris Walker was in there too. That's been called a strip.
Yeah, it was a good call too. Touch judge picked that up. You can watch Chris Walker in here. Just have a look at this now.
No doubt. I don't know what Chris was thinking.
Don't think you could ever get away with that one.
He's played enough footy to know the rules. So Cronulla come back downfield.